Alright, so for this one, you have to be able to play some bar chords, but I'll also show you a way to play it with the capo after we go through all the basics of the chords and the strum pattern. So go ahead, hit the like and subscribe button so I can keep making these videos for you guys. And let's go ahead and get started. So you're going to want to bar across the 6th fret, the high E through the A string, so the 1st through 5th string. Then you're going to set your middle finger down here on the 7th fret of the 2nd string, your ring finger down here on the 8th fret of the 4th string, and your pinky right underneath that on the 8th fret of the 3rd string. Then what you're going to do is just pluck just the bass note. Okay, so that's the A string that you're holding down at the 6th fret. So you pluck that, then you strum across all the strings. So you've got, then you're going to do an up strum, kind of focused on the highest 3 strings. So you've got, then you've got a rake or a mute, whatever you want to call it. So you just karate chop the strings, rake them. So you've got, then you're going to do the same thing. So you got, then you're going to do one more. So you got 3 of those. So we got, then you're going to do that. So this whole piece, I'll just play it real slow. We've got, all right. Now, right after you do that, we're going to go to the next chord. So we've got, now we got to go to the next chord, which is B flat 7. So what you're going to do is now you're going to bar across all 6 strings in the 6th fret. Now your middle finger jumps up. It was on the 7th fret of the B. You're going to jump it up to 7th fret of the G, or 7th fret of the 3rd string. And then your ring finger comes up here to 8th fret of the A string, or the 5th string. So now what you're going to do is pluck the bass note, and then you're going to pluck, I like to focus just kind of on the highest 3 strings, but if you get that G in there, or sorry, that D, that sounds good. So we've got, then you're going to take this shape, slide it up to 7th fret, and then add your pinky back down right underneath your ring finger. So now you're playing a B bar chord. So we've got, then you go back to your B flat 7, and then back to your E flat minor 7, or E flat minor, sorry. Now notice every time I switch a chord, I do one quick like rake on the way up as I'm kind of switching chords. So for instance, when I'm going from this E flat minor to the B flat 7, I have a little rake on the way up as the last, sort of the last thing I do before I go to the next chord. So you got, and there too. So you're hearing that. You don't have to add that in. It just kind of, I think it rounds it out, and it kind of helps you keep the rhythm a little bit. And if you listen closely on the recording, you can kind of hear a little bit of that in there. So let's hear it one more time. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. if you want to try it with a capo, you can. I don't think it sounds quite as good with a capo, but you can try it. So we'll just throw the capo on the 6th fret there. So what you're going to do is just play an A minor shape. So you set your index finger on the 1st fret of the B, middle finger, 2nd fret of the D, ring finger, 2nd fret of the G. And you're going to do exactly the same thing. Your A is the root note, so you're going to do the same strum pattern. Now we got to go to an E7, so your index finger would just hop up to 1st fret of G, middle finger 2nd fret of A, and then you're going to do E, then focus that strum again on those higher 3 strings. So then you got to go to an F bar chord still. It's just the voicing that they're using. So you would bar across the 1st fret, and then you would set your middle finger down, 2nd fret of G, ring finger, 3rd fret of A, pinky, 3rd fret of D. Back to E7. So let's go ahead and just try it a couple times now with the capo. So we're starting on the A minor chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so real quick, let's just compare the different sounds, because I still think the bar chord way it just sounds a little bit better. It sounds a little bit more like the recording. So here's what we got for the no capo sound. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's try it again with the capo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I just feel like you can get a little bit more control without the capo. But either way, it works. I hope this lesson was helpful to you. Go ahead, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video.